193 AD, Rome. Emperor Pertinax walks out of his own palace to face 300 armed men. No armor, no sword, just words. He speaks to them calmly, confidently. He tells them to stand down. They don't. What happens next takes less than a minute. Pertinax becomes the 6th emperor, killed by the men whose entire job was to keep him alive. The Praetorian Guard, 9,000 soldiers, the most elite force in the Roman Empire, positioned right next to the emperor, every day, every night. The last face 12 Roman emperors ever saw. And here's what gets me about this. Augustus built them to solve a problem. They became a bigger one. 27 BC. Augustus is the most powerful man alive. He knows it. Rome knows it. The problem is, everyone's pretending otherwise. Rome was a republic. No kings, no royal bodyguards marching through the capital. So Augustus gets creative. 9 cohorts, 4,500 men, scattered across Italian towns. Not a royal guard. Nothing like that. Just soldiers. Just nearby. It works. For a while. Then Tiberius becomes emperor, and Tiberius has a friend. His name is Sejanus, prefect of the Praetorian Guard. Smart, ambitious, patient. Sejanus convinces Tiberius to do one small thing. Bring all 9 cohorts into Rome. 1 barracks, 1 camp, north of the city walls. Efficient, he says. Practical. Tiberius agrees. And just like that, 1 man controls 4,500 soldiers a mile from the palace. Sejanus doesn't use them. Not yet. He doesn't have to. Because when 4,500 armed men are sleeping a mile from where you sleep, you don't need a threat. Everyone already knows. Sejanus runs the empire through letters, through whispers, through access. Tiberius retreats to his villa on the island of Capri. Sejanus handles everything for 13 years, until Tiberius finally has him executed. But the barracks stays. And that, right there, is what I want you to hold on to through this whole video. The man who builds a system dies. The system doesn't. The first emperor they killed wasn't supposed to die that way. He thought they loved him. 41 AD. Caligula. You already know the name. Mad Emperor. God complex. The horse in the Senate story. Probably invented. Probably. What's documented is this. Every day, Caligula assigned his Praetorian tribunes a daily password. And every day, he gave Tribune Cassius Dio a password chosen to humiliate him. In front of everyone. This goes on for months. January 24th, 41 AD. The Imperial Theater. A covered passageway between performances. Caligula is walking through with a small group. Dio steps forward. The first blow lands at the neck. 30 men, 30 blades. By the time it's over, Caligula's wife and infant daughter are gone too. The Senate meets in emergency session, and for one brief, extraordinary moment, they actually debate it, bringing back the Republic. No emperor, no one-man rule, just Rome as it was. Then someone finds Claudius. He's hiding behind a curtain in the palace, trembling. The guard drags him out, swords raised, then lowered. They need an emperor. He'll do. Claudius is carried through the streets on their shoulders. The Senate confirms him the next morning. And then the guard gets paid. A donative, a gift. 15,000 sesterces per man. For the first time in Roman history, soldiers receive cash for choosing an emperor. Just sit with that for a second. They didn't just remove one emperor. They picked the next one. They got paid. And Rome moved on like it was Tuesday. The guard had just discovered something worth more than loyalty: a price. Back to Pertinax, 193 AD. He's been emperor for 87 days. He made the mistake of trying to fix Rome's finances, which meant cutting the guard's bonuses, which meant the guard was unhappy. They forced the palace gates on a Tuesday afternoon. Pertinax walks out to meet them. Without armor, he gives his speech. They kill him. Now, what happens next? I genuinely had to read this twice to believe it. Inside the Praetorian camp, two men begin to bid. Out loud, over the camp wall. On one side, Sulpicianus, a senator and Pertinax's own father-in-law. The emperor's body isn't cold yet. On the other side, Didius Julianus, wealthy, ambitious, no particular qualification other than money. They go back and forth. Sulpicianus offers 20,000 sesterces per man. Julianus shouts 25,000. Sulpicianus hesitates. Julianus wins. The throne of Rome, sold, on a Tuesday afternoon, to the highest bidder. The historian Cassius Dio was there. He wrote that it was something that had never been done before. Men selling the empire as if it were a piece of land. Septimius Severus marches on Rome within weeks. He strips the guard of their weapons, surrounds them, and sends them home in disgrace. But the position survives. The structure survives. The camp north of the walls survives. Because that's the thing about institutions. You can fire everyone inside them. The institution stays. They didn't just kill emperors. For 200 years, they picked them, and sometimes killed those too. By the 3rd century, the pattern is just arithmetic. Emperor arrives, pays the donative, stays compliant, or doesn't. Caracalla, 217 AD. Murdered by a common soldier on a roadside miles from Rome, on the orders of his own Praetorian prefect. They didn't even need the palace walls anymore. Elagabalus. The guard installs him at age 14. He reigns for 4 years, becomes increasingly erratic. Then one morning the guard comes to the palace. His body ends up in the Tiber. And then, this one stopped me when I first read it. 238 AD, Pupienus and Balbinus, 2 emperors jointly elected by the Senate specifically to counterbalance each other. A system designed to prevent exactly this kind of thing. The guard takes them both. Same afternoon, same courtyard, hours apart. The next 50 years, the crisis of the 3rd century, sees roughly 50 emperors. Most die violently. The guard isn't even always the direct cause anymore. They don't need to be. Because the idea they represent, that the man with enough swords can make you emperor, that idea has spread everywhere now. Every ambitious general from Britain to Syria has done the math. Augustus built the guard to concentrate power. By the 3rd century, it had distributed the threat of violence to every corner of the empire. The system had grown past everyone who ever touched it. Here's what I keep coming back to. Augustus was brilliant. Maybe the most effective political mind Rome ever produced. He saw the problem clearly. An emperor alone is vulnerable, so give him a guard. Protect the man, protect the system. It worked, for decades. But here's the thing. The guard didn't betray Rome because soldiers are cruel or greedy or disloyal. They did it because the system made it rational. If your income depends on who sits on the throne, and you have the swords, you're going to have opinions about who sits on the throne. You can't hand men both the weapon and the motive, and then be surprised when they use both. Pertinax understood this, I think, on some level. He walked out to face 300 armed men without armor, because he believed that reason, that decency, could override the logic of the institution. He was wrong. Not because he was naive, but because institutions don't respond to speeches. They respond to the incentives built into them from the start. Constantine disbands the Guard in 312 AD, after the Battle of Milvian Bridge, 300 years after Augustus created them. He doesn't replace them, because by then, everyone had learned the lesson. The last face 12 emperors ever saw wasn't a monster, wasn't a traitor. It was a soldier doing exactly what the system trained him to do. Augustus built that system. It outlived him by 3 centuries. That's the Praetorian Guard. Not a footnote, not a curiosity. A case study in what happens when you solve one problem without thinking about what the solution does next. If you want to go deeper, the crisis of the 3rd century is coming. 50 emperors, 50 years, Rome barely holding itself together. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if something in this one surprised you, drop it in the comments. I read them. See you in the next one.